So the question here is a 2001 Ford Mustang still worth buying in 2024? And is the 99 to 04 Newedge platform or 94 to 04 SN95 platform, being that they're basically the same generation, and they share the same Fox body platform from 79 to 04. Is it still worth buying one of these in 2024? And how much should you even honestly pay for one of these? Let's get into this video. In today's video, if you're pretty familiar with this car has a 2015 Coyote swap engine in it. It is a Gen 2 Coyote. Basically it's just a swapped car at this point. And this car does have all OE parts from exterior to interior, minus the mess in the car and the racing seats. So the center console, all the way to the dash, the carpet, and even the rear seats have been replaced with some form of a 99 to 04 Mustang. The body panels are from either a Cobra, a 99 Cobra, or as you can see temporarily, the Celine. So all of these are OE parts. So you kind of see what you're getting with in this vehicle, the best of the best besides the engine. The engine, I don't really count, but it's still a modular engine. It has a T56 transmission out of an 03 Cobra. So a lot of the best exterior parts and interior parts, mechanically or from inside to the outside of this car, will be from a Cobra, just in my opinion. Now, what makes one of these cars worth buying in 2024? Well, there's a lot you can do with them. The resale value for these vehicles still holds somewhat, unless you have a Cobra or a Mach 1, or say one of the variants like a Roush or a Celine, or maybe a 99 to 2001 Cobra. Now, if you're just shopping around for a basic GT, because I want to stick with the V8 option, the V6, not really so much, because not a lot of people are going to look to buy those. You're going to look to buy the V8 option. The V8 came with 260 horsepower and a little over 300 foot-pounds of torque. Not a lot even back then in the darker ages of Ford. There was still, they improved the engine here and there, but there's still a lot of takeaways with the car, as there is today. But also, this is a car that's over 20 years old. The reason you can still buy one of these and still kind of like have not, I would say a classic, but still modernized car is because the aftermarket world is still very, very plentiful for one of these cars. Even JDM style wheels for this car. Honestly, I think it looks really good. So one of the main points you can do with this car, if you are looking to just kind of stick with that 4.6 and build it, you can always opt for a 03 or 04 Cobra engine if you buy a GT, or just stick and build your 2-valve platform, and you can do a lot of stuff with that. Though the limits are there for the block itself, it, I think, only holds like 400 or 500 horsepower. Now, this is just from what I remember. I could be wrong, but the cars are still not going to be fast, but you can still build them to be fast, or as fast as a Coyote. Just the Coyote and the technology is there. So if you're not worried about the technology, especially with the interior, because that door is locked, but the interior of these cars, well, they're pretty dated and they aren't the best. If you're following along, I've replaced that door panel over there, but this door panel needs to be replaced as well. But you have issues like this, just stuff comes off, so you have to search around and find stuff. So parts are a little scarce depending on what you are looking for as well, but the parts are just kind of cheap plastics. You can kind of just hear the rattle in the dash itself. So some of the takeaways are with that. The takeaways, if buying a regular GT, the car is slow itself as well, but like I said, the things that you can do is you can beef them up a little bit, you can make them a little faster, and they produce a really, really great sound. Some people don't like the newer Coyote sounds because it's more of a kind of, I would say like import motor in a way. It just doesn't have that kind of growl that the 4.6 has. It gets a lot of complaints sometimes. But those are just a few of the takeaways. Just the cheap interior. The cars are not fast even in today's life. A lot of the GTs, finding a clean one is probably going to be a little harder in 2024. So they're maybe a little ragged out, a little TLC, and you're going to spend a lot of money into just kind of replacing stuff and getting stuff to be in that factory look. But at the same time, you can build these cars like I have. I've swapped the engine. You can find the best of the best, in my opinion, for if you're going for the higher end variants of the Mustang, like the Cobra, the Mach 1. You can add touch-up additions like the carbon fiber mirrors like I have. You can swap the motor out, put a T56 transmission in it, and you can have a really, really fun street car that's tuned and put a forced induction platform as well on it, whether you're going turbo or supercharger. It makes a really, really good, stylish street car or drag car as well. This one's more aimed for the street, so you can definitely do a lot with this because it still has that Fox body platform. Overall, these cars look really, really good. It's just the only turnaway is if you're going to try to get these OE parts, being how scarce they are and how every day someone might wreck one of those cars or the prices just kind of go up, kind of like inflating the prices because of the demand with this. Finding parts is going to be kind of scarce just because Cobras and Mach 1s, there's not as many as there was 20 years ago. It's not like something you can go from Ford and buy something from their dealership like the hood and stuff, because some of the stuff they don't produce anymore, like the 99 from Bumper right here. So finding one of these, I hope your wallet's kind of thick because people are going to ask a lot of money for it, and as I would too. These bumpers, I've seen them go for like $2,000, and that's just a private party sale. But I hope this video helps you guys out. I thought it was just a good little video to see if these cars are still worth buying in 2024. Overall, you're going to have a few setbacks. There's going to be a few things that you might not like if you're just kind of sticking to like the GT platform, but they sound good. And putting one of these back together can be costly if you're trying to stick to the factory look and find used parts or the newer stuff like the weather stripping and stuff. It does add up a little bit, but it makes for a great looking car with a great power platform like I have in this car. I will catch you guys later. Have a good one.